let's do the easiest one. The one that creates keratin for waterproofing is just a keratin, and then make the word cell, oocyte. What about for melanin? Well, skin production, what is the name of the pigment? Melanin. So we say melanocyte. That's easy. And then the third one is imagine yourself protecting. So you're protecting yourself against someone who's shorter or had short arms. So the longer your hands, the easier it is to protect. So these guys are called Langerhans. And Langerhans are examples of white blood cells, also known as macrophages, or in this case, I believe it's dendritic cells, but think of them as big eaters, so macrophages that help to protect the body against invading substances that might come through the skin if you cut it. And then the last one is, if you've ever seen Urkel, Google this. This is your job. Most of you have never seen Urkel, but you might have heard the word, you might have seen the previews. Urkel was this guy that wore his pants really, really high, and it was really, really annoying, and it was probably painful. So I remember Merkel was like Urkel, and it is associated with nerve endings. So M look nerdy and nervous. So nerve endings, nerve cell. The 4 cells associated with the skin, the 5 layers of the skin. So we have 5 layers, we have 4 cells. Thin skin, thick skin, what's the difference? We said primarily lucidum. Which one has lucidum? Thick skin, very good. And 5 layers, we said what's the very outermost layer? Corneum. So call girls and silly boys. There's a reason I use that mnemonic. When we get to the dermis, it'll make a little bit more sense. So corneum for waterproofing, lucidum in thick skin, granulosum, granny, cells die off, spinosum, spiky, basale is the basement with the germ cells. So you guys can look at this. Here's one cool thing. The epidermal ridges, so these little ridges that we find here in thick skin, that's established or created by, or basically makes up your fingerprints. And Merkel cells are your nerves. Remember, we said touch, nervous system. Melanocytes release melanin for skin color. Spiny, remember, spinosum, spiny layer. Grainy, and it's also where, it doesn't show it, where is it? Cells dehydrate and die. So lucidum, clear, thick skin. Corneum, horny, right? Didn't I say horny? And then keratinization is basically all the areas that have keratin for waterproofing. Insensible